What's up, kids? This is your inspiring music guru, and I am coming to you after a few months hiatus of just didn't really have a whole lot of inspiration to do a video. And so now here I am back with the inspiration to try to school some of y'all on the knowledge that I have encompassed in a 2 decade plus time frame, the little knowledge that I feel that I have. Not like you can't tell by the library behind me and other libraries you can't see in front of you. As you know, please like, comment, subscribe, share these videos, and I appreciate those who have been subscribing and those who have stayed subscribed and haven't unsubscribed, because you can unsubscribe if you want to. But I appreciate for those who haven't. I am eternally grateful and I'm eternally blessed. So as you know, these videos are short, so I'm gonna call out Teena Marie's Emerald City album, which is the album that I chose in her entire discography. And the reason why, well, there's a few reasons. For one, it's a concept album, and the title, as you know, is called Emerald City. It came out in '86, and the reason, for me, I didn't say the reason, but for me, I'm not editing this shit too because I'm not perfect, so we're going to keep all the mistakes in here. The reason why I chose this album, for one, this was my introduction to Teena Marie when I was growing up, because my dad played the shit out of this album, particularly this song, which is called Sunny Skies, side 2 track 4 or track 8, on digital CD download platforms. So let's start there. The other reason too is I feel like this is not as noticeable in her catalog as, say, other albums that she may have made famous, where if it's from the Motown label, or I believe this is her third album on the Epic roster label. It's a concept album, and what I get from it is when you go to Emerald City, when you watch the Wizard of Oz, you have all these different subsidiaries and delights. It's like this glorious thing, and when I hear the different sounds in this album, that's what I'm getting from it. And it would be interesting to see people review this album again, or re-review it compared to when it first came out in '86, because from what I read, it was considered not only a commercial disappointment, but it was a critical disappointment too as well. So I listened to it in retrospect, because this is 30, let's see, 86, 96, 2006, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, so it's 34 years old. I'm like, can you tell me what's wrong with this album? I mean, this is a woman that can write, produce, arrange, and compose her own songs and tracks. That's not heard of, let alone having a female do a concept album on top of that, and I feel that when this album came out, she had the creative control to do so, because Star Child was, a big hit, because of Lover Girl. The musicians that she even has on here too as well. I mean, let's not talk about Stevie Ray Vaughan, who's, in my opinion, an icon in his own right. He's under Lips to Flying. He plays the guitar in that. And then you got this song too, where Stanley Clarke's playing into it. I always say his name wrong. Please forgive me. I'm gonna say it's Paulino da Costa. I always say Pablo, but it's not Pablo. See, there it is. There's that jazz that's coming through. Branford Marsalis is on here too as well. Dude, you got these are what you call not so new, people that just came into the scene. These are in my opinion, some heavy hitters. You know what I'm saying? Paulino da Costa. Excuse me. I don't. Like I said, he's watching this. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pronounce it wrong. I have no words, because of the genius and underrated genius of this album and her entire catalog. Shouldn't be unnoticed, and maybe because it's not the traditional, R&B albums that she put out before this, where she had, I Need Your Lovin' and, Deja Vu, you know what I mean? Where, Rick James was also a huge part of her, career too as well, which is cool and fine, and I love all of that too as well. But I think it's important for me to give props where props is due, especially albums that maybe have not gotten their just dues, for whatever reason. So It is in your best interest, in my opinion, to please, if you are a Teena Marie fan, you know, Miss Lady T, the Ivory Queen of Soul for the record, who of course wrote, produced, arranged, and performed this album. It is in your best interest to please take a second look to this album, listen to it in its entirety, because you got, like I said, you got jazz, you got soul, you got funk, you know, you got all these wonderful artists that are playing on it. Also, Bootsy Collins is also on the title track of this too as well. Just please owe it to yourself and give it a second listen. And write in the comments and please tell me what you think. And people who heard it when it first came out, who are watching this video, please comment on it too as well. I would love to hear your experiences with this too as well. And shout out to my dad too as well, for, like, you know, playing the shit out of this so I can appreciate her and her entire catalog, because we all got to start somewhere. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm the Inspiring Music Guru, and I appreciate your time and effort in watching these videos that I'm creating. So please take care of yourself and each other. Boy.